Is Bluehost better than SiteGround? Well, I did a lot of research and decided to put everything into this video so you can make best decision for yourself. Now let's compare their popularity. There is no denying that Bluehost is way more popular than SiteGround, but as we can see, SiteGround is getting also decent amount of traffic. When we're gonna look at the real numbers, Bluehost is getting monthly around 8.4 million visitors to their website, when SiteGround is getting still healthy 4 million visitors on their website. And we can also see that both of those are pretty steady lines, which we are definitely looking for. So we can definitely say that both of them are well-established entities in web hosting community. Let's compare data center location, because Bluehost currently has only one data center in Utah, when on the other hand, SiteGround partner with Google Cloud Infrastructure, which allows them to spread easily into more territories. They definitely have presence in USA as well, and thanks to Google Cloud Platform, they have one of the best technologies available to them. On the other hand, Bluehost is using their own technology. They were previously known under Endurance International Group, which owned them, or EIG for shorten, and they had really bad reputation, but now they merged with web.com and created new company, Newfold Digital, so keep that in mind. Now let's compare server speed, because this is a very important metric. We can see that SiteGround started month kind of rough for their standards, but managed to recover nicely with average of 405 milliseconds, which is really good number for shared hosting. On the other hand, Bluehost had much higher numbers and they were nearly attacking 1 second mark, which we wanna always stay under, and they averaged 750 milliseconds. Now when it comes to uptime, SiteGround had no problem and their server worked 100% of time as they should. Bluehost also had 99.99%, which is also really good, and they have few small outages, but those can be also scheduled maintenances, so keep that in mind. I also find out that in late October and early November they have nearly 5 days of outage, which was really high even for their standard, but currently they are posting really good numbers in uptime, but SiteGround is significantly better when it comes to response time on average. Let's also take a look at stress testing. This is really important metric. What we are basically doing is sending 50 virtual users, or bots, to interact with the website, to click on everything and make a lot of requests to server. Now you can see this gray line represents the amount of virtual users currently on the server, on the website. And what we are looking at is this blue line. We wanna see it as steady as possible, and we can see that SiteGround had one hiccup but managed to recover really nicely. The important part is that out of the 10,854 requests, 0 were HTTP failures, so everyone could access that website, and average response time was only 109 milliseconds. On the other hand, Bluehost performed much worse. With 50 virtual users, you can see that this blue line is everything but steady, and out of 4,000 requests, 2,690 requests were HTTP failures, which meant that people or virtual users could not access the content as they should be. And also their average response time was much higher than SiteGround. You can see nearly 2,000, when SiteGround was only 109. But when you lower this number of virtual users to 15, you can see that they managed to deal with it pretty okay with 0 HTTP failures. So this means that Bluehost will handle a little smaller amount of traffic than SiteGround. Now let's compare their support. Both companies are giving you nearly every single possible option of live chat, phone support, and even help desk and pre-written articles. Let's take a look at those pre-written articles, because I think both companies are doing a good job. I think Bluehost is doing a little bit better on visual side, because they are numbered everything and it's really easy to navigate when it comes to their pre-written articles. The only thing I don't like about Bluehost pre-written articles is that they are using this BlueRock, which is the new interface, and a legacy interface as well as the same search results. So whenever you are searching through Ctrl F, you're gonna get double the amount of results, and it can get sometimes confusing. But other than that, both are doing a really good job when it comes to pre-written articles. Live chat, there are big differences. It's way easier to get in touch with Bluehost live chat, which is a big plus for them. But SiteGround, it appears that they are sometimes even hiding the ability to chat with their customer service. But their people are way better trained than Bluehost are. So sometimes you need to wait a longer time for Bluehost to respond with the correct answer. SiteGround is really good with responding. They have very well trained people, but they have way less people than Bluehost does, because Bluehost is definitely outsourcing their help to different countries. This is screenshot directly took from cPanel with Bluehost, and SiteGround is using Google Cloud Platform, which are really good. Now, let's take a look at how you can interact with those servers. You can definitely do it from control panels, but there are also better ways. Bluehost is using something called cPanel, which is by far the most used in entire web hosting community, and it's really easy way to interact with your server. On the other hand, SiteGround built their own kind of version of cPanel. They call it Site Tools, and you can go and interact with your server from here. Now, if you are a complete beginner, this doesn't mean anything to you, and you can definitely go with both of those. Now let's take a look at a few similarities of basic plans. With basic plans, you're gonna get only one website, but both of those are really easily integratable with WordPress. And the good part is that both of those web hosting companies are recommended by WordPress. There are only 2 out of 3 web hosting companies recommended by WordPress. Bluehost and SiteGround will also give you a free SSL certificate, which is really important and will help security of your website, and a free CDN, which stands for Content Delivery Network, which is gonna speed up loading time for many people. Currently they are using same version of PHP, and they are both using SSD. Now there are also some different parts about it. Both of them will give you free and easy Cloudflare integration, which is really good, and also spam protection. But daily backups are only included with SiteGround plan. You will get weekly backups with Bluehost, but if you want to have daily backups, you need to pay extra for them, and it's $2 a month. When it comes to security, SiteGround is definitely getting you much more in their basic package, and when you need something extra with Bluehost, you generally need to pay for it more. Now I want to disclose this because I'm affiliated with every single web hosting company on my channel. What does that mean? Whenever you want to get special discount, you can go and click on my link in the description or go to lukanos.com/Bluehost or SiteGround, and you will be paying those companies some money for web hosting, and they will give small percent of that to me for referring to you. Now the important part is this does not cost you anything extra. You are basically deciding if they keep everything or if they share a little bit with me. But if you do not feel comfortable doing this, you don't need to do it. If you want to go, my links will automatically apply you the best discount currently possible, and it's really important because all web hosting companies are advertising those biggest discounts for a first year plan, and the renewal prices are much higher. So for first year on Bluehost, you will be paying $275 a month or $33 a year. But renewal prices are much higher, and they are $10 a month or nearly $120 a year. The good part is that you're gonna get free domain with your Bluehost account for the first year, but after that you're gonna need to pay $18 a year to keep the domain. Also, domain privacy for the first year is $11.88 and renewal prices are $15 a year. We also have some add-ons, but it's really hard to compare them because everything is doing something different and it's really not comparable between two web hosting companies. Now let's take a look at SiteGround. Their first year price is $4 a month or nearly $48 a year, but renewal prices are higher, $15 a month or nearly $180 a year. You will not get free domain and you have to pay from the first year $18 for a year. And domain privacy is cheaper for a first year and it costs you only $12, but renewal prices are $24 a year. Now let me explain what domain privacy is to you. Whenever you are registering your domain, you have to share your real name, your address, your email address, or even your real phone number with public, because it has to be public knowledge who owns which domain. But when you want to go with domain privacy, or other known as whois protection, those companies will hide your personal information under their own information. But don't worry, you will be still the rightful owner of your domain, but people could not spam call you, send you your email, or even phone you with some special offers. Now let's put everything together. Let's say you want to get shared hosting, domain and domain privacy. How much would it cost you? Well, here it is. With the Bluehost for the first year, you will be paying $44.88 and renewal prices are $152.87. In total for 4 years, you will have to pay $503.49 for the Bluehost to have all of this. Now let's take a look at SiteGround. First year is gonna cost you $77.87, but renewal prices are gonna be $221.87, which is a big difference. Now for 4 years with SiteGround, you're gonna end up paying $743.48, so you can definitely see some differences in the price. Now let's also take a look at other people's experiences, because Bluehost has a little worse reputation than SiteGround has, and majority of their bad reviews is from either a lack of their live chat support or slower speed of their web servers, because they are sometimes overcrowding their shared servers with as many websites as possible. On the other hand, SiteGround has pretty good reviews overall. We can also see it from another website, and you can see that SiteGround is really good overall and Bluehost is kinda okayish. So what are the results? Bluehost is really good when it comes to getting in touch with the support. They are definitely a cheaper hosting plan and it comes with a free domain for the first year. Now SiteGround has better speed and better uptime. They will also include more helpful plugins with their basic version, for example caching. And they use way more modern technologies that Bluehost does. And they also offer you daily backups. So who should use Bluehost in my opinion? I think Bluehost is good for people who are just getting started. Someone who doesn't want to make money from their website. Those can be for example your church website or your local book club website. You don't need the fastest web hosting company on the internet for those types of websites. It's also good when you want to save some money or you are on a tight budget. It's also good for someone who is just playing around with building websites and this hosting thing. Bluehost is also okay for people whose audience is mainly from the USA, but also from the North America. And it's also good for someone who doesn't want to make money from their website. Who do I think should use SiteGround? I think SiteGround is good options for people who are more serious about getting traffic on their website, someone who can afford to spend more money long term, and someone who is looking to rank higher on Google. And also from people who want to make money using their website, even if it's affiliate marketing or placing ads or anything different. SiteGround is also good when you're making websites for your clients, or if you have US or also international audience, SiteGround will be a good option for you. Now once again, if you want to get discount, you can go to lookanotes.com/Bluehost or lookanotes.com/SiteGround, or simply click in those links in the description. Now this is everything. I hope I help you and have a nice day. Consider subscribing and goodbye.